If you're a leftist right now, you're having a pretty hard time because it's just loss after loss after loss for them right now. And I would say I feel bad, but I don't at all because we are getting our country back and it is so awesome. This is one of my favorite clips of the week. Justin Trudeau, Fidel Castro's son, of course, went on CNN and basically just got roasted for how bad of a job he has done as prime minister. Here it is.
The struggle that you were having domestically, your disapproval rating had to do with, as I understand it, discontent with your government because of high inflation and the economy, and also because of immigration policies. Those are also issues that the left-wing party in this country has faced a lot of disapproval of and just lost an election over. It seems like voters in both of these liberal democracies are sending a message to left-wing parties, liberal parties. We don't like how you're doing the economy when it comes to inflation. We don't like how you're doing immigration.
There are a lot of feelings involved. I mean, if you look at the actual numbers, inflation in Canada was lower, came down quicker. Our economy bounced back faster after the pandemic than anyone else's, including the United States. We're projected to grow faster than the United States and all other G7 countries next year. Our economy is doing very well. That's what it is. But when you get I was going to say conflagration, but at least an intersection of both right-wing policy, right-wing attacks and social media, you end up with a lot of misinformation, disinformation, and responsible governments have to stay focused on the policies that are making a difference, and that's what we've been doing.
Guys, it is just a feeling. It's just a feeling. So when you go to the grocery store and you see that prices are twice as expensive as they were 5 years ago, it's just a feeling. It's a vibe. Don't think it's real. It's in your heart somewhere. It's not in your brain. Or if you want to go get a job in your industry, just a feeling. Don't you dare say it's real. It's only a feeling. It's not real. There's no numbers assigned to it. Also, right-wingers, when those right-wingers are telling you about how it was so much better before the pandemic, when there were, Donald Trump and other people in charge of governments, they're lying. It's disinformation. Even though you know in your heart that that was true, it's disinformation. Don't trust it. Every accusation for these people, especially for Justin Trudeau, every accusation is an admission. It is a confession every time. If they accuse the right of doing something, it is because at that moment they are doing that exact thing. But here's a truly shocking part about Justin Trudeau and other leftists right now. They would rather lose power than admit to their own mistakes. Think about that for a second. This is something that I would not have guessed. I actually totally would not have guessed this. If Trudeau had come out and admitted that some of what they did was a mistake, but it was the pandemic, they were experimenting, and there was some honest mistakes, they're admitting that what it was bad, but their intentions were pure, and that the pandemic was a unique time, all of that. Some people might believe him. I think a significant amount of people in Canada would believe him. He certainly would have a higher approval rating than he does right now, which is about 25%, and it really does not get lower than that. But here's the thing. He would rather be right than powerful. And that's just crazy to me. Like, politicians are it really just shows the stunning hubris of politicians right now, because it's not just happening in Canada, it's happening in the United States as well. That is why Biden and Harris lost in 2024. Trump told the truth. It might have been easier for him to tell the truth because he wasn't the incumbent. I'm not saying it was easier or harder. I'm just saying he said the truth. He said, the economy sucks, immigration is broken, there are tons of wars. That's just the truth. And you can disagree on what he wanted to do to fix those things or what have you, but he told the truth. And rather than admitting those same things, Biden was stuck between a rock and a hard place, because instead of just telling the truth, him and Harris basically told us that none of that was true. They're like, the economy's great. It's just a feeling. You feel bad, but it's really good. Immigration. I know that there are gangs from Venezuela taking over apartment complexes, but no, trust me, immigrants, they do less crime than the average United States citizen. We should have more immigrants than even U.S. citizens. And it's just all feeling in your head. And the problem is we can see it with our own eyes. They can say it's a feeling all they want. There's a lot of Americans that aren't necessarily super in tune to politics. But at the end of the day, Americans do smell a lie because they can see reality in front of their eyes. And Biden and Harris essentially, in the end, and Justin Trudeau as well, got what they wanted, which is that they were right in the sense that they never admitted that they were wrong, but they lost power because they were completely detached from reality. Well, guys, if you're tired of dealing with clunky, bloated form builders that make everything harder than it needs to be, it's time to check out my partner, DeftForm. It's the simple, intuitive online form creator you've been waiting for. There's no subscription fees. DeftForm is available with a one-time payment or prepaid options. Plus, you can create unlimited forms, collect unlimited responses, and you don't have to pay extra for additional team members. It is already trusted by over 1,200 users worldwide. If you need to upload files, DeftForm lets you do that too. You get unlimited uploads with files up to 50 megabytes, and when it's time to say thanks, you can customize your thank you page or send users to a different link. Since launching in April, DeftForm has helped users collect over 32,000 responses, and right now, you can get 20% off over there with my code, Josh Carr. So if you want a streamlined, stress-free form building experience, check out DeftForm today. You can visit deftform.com and use that discount code, or you can go to the link in the description below. One of the most corrupt politicians in our government, Adam Schiff, questioned Pam Bondi, who is Trump's Attorney General pick, on if she would prosecute corrupt politicians and bureaucrats, and she owned him.
The president has said Jack Smith should go to jail. Will you investigate Jack Smith?
Senator, I haven't seen the file. I haven't seen the investigation. I haven't looked at anything. It would be irresponsible of me to make a commitment regarding anything without, you're a long practicing attorney, without looking at a file.
So you would need a factual predicate to open an investigation of Jack Smith, is that right?
Not a summary by you sitting here. Yes, sir.
And not a summary by the president either, right?
Absolutely.
So a summary by the president or his desire to investigate Jack Smith would not be enough for you to open an investigation of Jack Smith, is that right?
I will look at the facts and evidence in any case. You know,
and sitting here,
72%,
sitting here today,
Senator, 72% of Americans
I only have 7
lost
minutes.
faith in the Department of Justice.
Sitting here today, are you aware of any factual predicate to investigate Jack Smith? Sitting here today, yes or no?
Senator, I will look at the facts and the circumstances.
You can't answer that question. You're not a part of the department yet. There's no worry about divulging law enforcement sensitive information. So just tell us, are you aware of a factual predicate to investigate Jack Smith? Yes or no?
Senator, what I'm hearing on the news is
Are you aware of
Are you going to investigate Jack Smith? They are terrified. They're so scared of her and Trump uncovering the corruption in our bureaucracy. Pam Bondi, by the way, she's going to make an awesome attorney general. She's totally going to get through, no problem. The Senate will approve her. I think, though, with Pam Bondi, with Trump, with Doge, all of that, I think this next 4 years of American politics is going to be so fascinating because what we're going to do is we're going to learn so much about the inner workings of our government and the bureaucracy, probably more than ever in history. What they're going to do is they're going to expose these corrupt senators like Adam Schiff. They're going to, the media will do their best to cover it all up. They really will. But with the recent freeing up of alternative media like Elon Musk buying X, hopefully Mark Zuckerberg not as woke, so hopefully on Facebook, I really don't think the media or the corruption in the bureaucracy is going to stand a chance, and I'm incredibly excited. Well, speaking of being incredibly excited, this tax season, I'm partnered with Quick Tax America that's doing all federal tax returns for only $69. They hate the IRS as much as you do. What's more, they do all the work. Simply upload your files, you answer a few basic questions, and then you schedule a 15-minute finish your return call with a tax professional. They do all the rest. Don't partner with woke companies that charge you hundreds of dollars for you to do all the work, and then they don't even get you your best return. Partner with Quick Tax America instead. They do the work. It's only $69. Go check them out at quicktaxamerica.com when you get your tax documents, or you can go to the link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you haven't already, go down below, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and watch another video.